Oh my word, have I waited to say these words. Hello everyone and welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the penultimate round of the championship. The championship battle is heating up, and what a place this is to have a race. We're about to do battle on these famous streets. It's 7 kilometers, 4.3 miles, 50 laps in total, 2 DRS zones, and a huge overtaking opportunity down the strip as well. We'll be seeing a lot of action down there. What a race we have coming our way. We look at the Las Vegas Sphere, and right ahead are the tires, the C5, the C4, the C3, the softs, the mediums, and the hards. Whether you're a fan of street circuits or not, the expectation coming into this race is that we should be treated with a thriller. Look at these pictures. Look at these colourful scenes right now. And we're about to do battle on these streets. First of all, though, let's run you through the grid before we do so. Ocon is in 20th position alongside home favourite Logan Sargent. In 18th, we have Lance Stroll. He is alongside Valtteri Bottas. For kick sour, he'll go from P17. Then we have Alexander Albon in 16th. Yuki Tsunoda, who made it into Q2 but did not set a time, so he'll start in P15. Directly behind Daniel Ricciardo, who starts in 14th. Kevin Magnussen with a penalty is going to be going from 13th, right behind his Haas teammate Nico Hülkenberg. Oscar Piastri lines up in 11th. It's an all Mercedes row as we go into the top 10 with Russell in 10th, Hamilton ahead of his teammate, Joe in 8th, and then we have Gasly with a penalty starting in 7th position. Into the top 6 we go with Sergio Perez, who lines up in P6 for Red Bull alongside the Spaniard Carlos Sainz, and then it's Lando Norris in 4th, Charles Leclerc lines up in 3rd, and we look to the front row on the grid. It is Max Verstappen alongside Fernando Alonso. What a race we have coming up. The 5 lights fade in the darkness of Las Vegas, and holding the lead immediately into turn 1 is going to be Alonso, unless Leclerc can challenge round the outside into turn number 1. Leclerc tries to go all the way round the outside. Will he be able to do it? And he's now going to get the inside line. Leclerc in the Scarlet Ferrari leads. What a start from Leclerc. Alonso thought he did enough after cutting across Max Verstappen, but around the outside came the Scarlet Ferrari. Leclerc takes the race lead, but Alonso's coming back down the inside, wheel to wheel. What an opening lap we are seeing between these two drivers. Alonso battling with his former team, and Leclerc with the inside surely will have the position, and he does. He's not the only Ferrari who's battling on this opening lap. Sainz is up alongside the McLaren of Norris, the two old friends going wheel to wheel on this opening tour, with Leclerc leading, and it was Norris able to come out in front in the battle. Yes, he was, so he is ahead of Carlos Sainz. What an exciting start to the race in Las Vegas. On board we go, and this is the view. He thought he did enough, but to the outside he left the door completely open for Leclerc, who just had so much momentum to go down the outside, and then he would get the inside here. Once again, this time it was Leclerc thinking it's job done, but Alonso was not going to give it up that easily, using a lot of ERS on this opening tour to draw alongside, go to the inside, wheel to wheel again, and at this point Alonso may have thought that he had it, and then Leclerc comes back around the outside. I think this opening lap just sets the tone of what type of race we are getting here in Las Vegas. It's what we expected. It's what I think at least we are going to get as well. Let's ride on board now with the monogas to show you that start. So first of all, better start than Verstappen, better start than Alonso. Alonso goes over to cover the inside line, beautifully opens the door for Charles Leclerc, who then has a go all the way around. There's a bit of contact actually between the two of them as well on the opening tour, and then the battle continued all the way through. Leclerc thought that was job done, still looking in his mirror, still checking where Alonso is. We are going to get a good view off it as well, because we're going to look to the rear, now back to the front because he's alongside. And it was some exciting opening lap to the race. Wheel to wheel, neck and neck, close to contact. Now the fourth turn, but staying ahead was Charles Leclerc. So we are watching the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton tuck in, and he's not the only Mercedes tucking in. Russell trying to get past the pair. Russell gets past his teammate Hamilton and is trying to go round the outside of Joe as well. Fantastic stuff. Hamilton thought that it was his overtake. Instead, though, it's Russell who gets past his teammate and gets past Joe as well. Brilliant stuff by Russell. So Verstappen has been able to move up to second place in the meantime, and we're looking at a replay of him passing Leclerc. So he got past Leclerc, or did he? Because Leclerc's still alongside. So Verstappen was able to clear. We didn't get to see it, but he was able to clear Alonso, and now he tried to clear Leclerc. Alonso tried to come back, and it was so tight into the braking zone. And Verstappen, oh, the bollard also being sent over with that much of a battling. Leclerc, though, holding the lead. Fantastic racing. We're about to get some more of it now, because Leclerc's checking his mirrors. This time with DRS, Verstappen's going to have a huge chance. He's pulling out of the slipstream. He's going to the inside. The Dutch driver trying to take the lead. Oh, contact! Leclerc and Verstappen collide. Leclerc and Verstappen collide. Verstappen, the championship leader, is out of the race. The red flag is out, but our championship leader will not see the flag, and it's blown the championship wide open.
I'm not even gonna say what the happened. Unbelievable, mate.
Leclerc giving the squeeze. Leclerc is also a driver who has a chance of winning this title as well. So many drivers do have a chance of winning this title. And Leclerc has just helped all of their cases, making contact with Verstappen. And while Verstappen may not be winning every race, he's been consistent. He still had a good advantage in the championship. Red Bull can't believe it. A championship that, if everything went right, it could have been his. Instead, it is going to be even more wide open than they might have expected. Red flag is out, and we are waiting for the resumption of this one. But Max Verstappen will not be a part of it. He is out of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The sprint to turn 1 is on once again in Las Vegas. Leclerc leaves the line alongside Alonso. Alonso's getting to the inside, though they're wheel to wheel. Leclerc will hold the lead. Alonso backs out of it. At the first turn, bit of debris off in the background. So there's been some contact in the middle of the pack. Leclerc, though, knows nothing about it because he has got the lead over Fernando Alonso. Sainz trying to make a move in the background as well. And then the McLaren is looking for it off. Lando Norris down to the braking zone we go. Alonso's going to have an opportunity. Alonso is going to have an opportunity. Nearly the same treatment that Verstappen got at the exact same corner, but Alonso being pinched in to the apex has allowed the McLaren to go through. The papaya McLaren able to get through. Norris up to second place. He gets past Fernando Alonso. This is the start from Fernando Alonso. Off the line we go. And pretty even start, but of course it's just the nature of it. You're going to get that inside line, but Leclerc once again making sure that his rival has no other choice to back out of it. Here is Pierre Gasly. He is going on the attack. He is fighting a way through on Fernando Alonso, and is he going to be able to go all the way around the outside? Alonso, we know how brilliant he can be with his defense, and I don't think he was able to do it. Or was he? They're still wheel to wheel, but we're having to look to the leaders because they're close as well. There's so many battling that there's so much battling we don't know where to look. Visor can we go with the McLaren of Norris, who sees the Ferrari to the side. Now we look in his mirrors and see it behind because Lando Norris is through, and he is taking the race lead here in Las Vegas on lap number 10 out of 50. Leclerc, though, is going to come back. He'll go down the outside into the braking zone, and Norris once again will want to defend. But look at Leclerc, who's going to emerge in front. Wheel to wheel, Norris stays ahead, and Leclerc, is he going to be left vulnerable to his friend Pierre Gasly, who is waiting in behind? Is Leclerc about to risk it into the final corner of the circuit? Wheel to wheel stuff here in Las Vegas between our leaders. Leclerc fights a way through. Gasly moves on to second. Gasly goes for the lead, and Pierre Gasly takes the lead in Las Vegas. What a move from the Alpine. Past Norris, past Leclerc. Gasly now leads, but he's going to have to defend it once again. Leclerc's got DRS as Norris battles away with Carlos Sainz. Sainz has arrived on the scene. Sainz is trying to go around the outside. Gasly, though, leads ahead of Leclerc. And then is this Sainz moving up to third, or will it be Norris to hold it? It's all changing very quickly. Leclerc looks for it again down the inside. Gasly holds the lead. And Norris, I think, might just have third. And he does. Breathe once again here in Las Vegas. So, what a view this is going to be. Leclerc, Norris battling amongst themselves, and Gasly had to back out of it there to avoid contact, but they are millimeters away from contact. There's already been contact, as we mentioned, And then into the final turn we go. It's always so close. Norris had to back out of it. And then Gasly was ultra brave, late in the brakes, sticking his nose in, leaving Leclerc with no option but to leave the room. And he was able to get through. Ferrari's about to do battle. Leclerc trying to defend from his teammate Carlos Sainz. They're tight to the wall at Ferrari. And Sainz is moving through on Leclerc. Is he moving through as well for the lead? Carlos Sainz is about to take the race lead in Vegas. Sainz gets through to become another race leader in this race. And now Leclerc's going to try have a go at Gasly. But they're not battling for the lead. Now the battle's for second between these two. And Gasly is going to come back straight away. He is opening the DRS. He's moving through. It won't even be a contest. In the battle for first position, will be down to the braking zone though for the second maybe. Nope, Leclerc's through as well. Very easily done into the braking zone. And it's pass and repass. What a race we have currently playing out. And, oh, Perez. Watch Sergio Perez. He's going to try to get involved as well. And Perez goes through on the inside of the final turn of the circuit. Sergio Perez now moves up a position. And he's wheel to wheel. He is still side by side with the Ferrari. And that is going to be close between Sainz and Perez. But it seems like that Perez is going to have the position on the outside. No, but Sainz is still keeping it. Sainz is still keeping it. Wheel to wheel. Down to turn 4 we go. Perez with the outside. They're millimeters away from contact. Red Bull versus Ferrari. Who's coming out on top? The top two running away with this one due to this battling. And it's Perez who momentarily has it. But Sainz is not giving this one up. He is fighting corner after corner. Don't know if that was the most clever thing between these two. When they've got such a long straight to overtake. You want to stay with the leaders. If you want to have a chance of winning this race, you need to stay with the leaders. And these are the leaders, switching positions lap after lap. And it's Leclerc who gets past Gasly. Well, we're finally being able to show you some other battling in this one as well. This is a battle for second position. And Leclerc is further up the road. So it'll be now the battle for second that goes on and rages on with Oscar Piastri in the McLaren going through on George Russell, who has the fastest lap of the race. But now he has third rather than second. On board we go. With Gasly, you can see that the Mercedes is harvesting. And Gasly's going to use the opportunity to go to the inside. And Gasly will move up to the final spot on the rostrum at the moment. But still, you have such a long way to go in this race. This is Gasly making the move on Piastri. You could find yourself losing a couple of places and then gaining them all back. That's how it is right now at Vegas. And Gasly, up to second place he goes. And Norris is about to take second place. That is tight to the wall for the McLaren. But it won't be tight into the braking zone, I don't think. The Alpines must have a lot of ERS, because it was still a bit of a contest down to the braking zone. And here we go. Finally able to show you some other racing. That was Perez first of all making the move as well around the outside. Not the only one though. Ocon also able to get through. We're finally being able to show you a bit of the racing in the mid-pack. It's been so exciting at the front that we haven't been able to. But here we go. On some replays. And Ocon gets past Ricciardo. Leclerc.
Tires are gone.
Copy.
The tyres are gone. Reports the Monegasque driver, and he's just cut the road there. That could be some trouble with the stewards possibly. Sonoda.
That was before. Mega.
What are we getting here? A move on the Mercedes, a move on the Ferrari, and the Red Bull Junior team goes through. Brilliant stuff. Yuki Tsunoda. Just look how close all of them are. It's been a long race. We're finally, though, getting into the final stages of this one. The attack continues. The overtaking continues. Leclerc.
Do I have a picture?
Oh, Charles Leclerc does it? He does! He does! Charles Leclerc has a puncture! I don't believe it! Leclerc has a puncture! He's coming into the pit lane, and the Monegasque driver, after doing what is so hard in Las Vegas and pulled the gap to outside 1 second, is called into the pit lane in the last few laps of this one to change the tyres. He's got a puncture, and that is such a disappointment for Charles Leclerc. He will not be rewarded today, unfortunately. That's going to be disappointing. Just goes completely. We heard some talks about the tyres earlier on the radio, and then there you go, it's about to go and get even worse. Luckily though, it's at the end of the lap. If it happened a few corners later, that's one whole lap you've got to do around this 7-kilometer racetrack. Here we go. Leclerc though, he may have had to pit due to a puncture. He is gonna try and make a comeback in this one. He's got the soft carbon out tyres, and now he's got 7th place. Surely about to make it 6th. And maybe even 5th, because that's directly ahead. So is 4th. This is about to be some overtaking stuff from Charles Leclerc at the end. Leclerc, can he find a way through down the inside? Russell will squeeze him. And Leclerc knew that if he went there that he was risking contact. He's already had some in the race. Instead, he knows that he's got the better tyres. Charles Leclerc is going through. Up to P5 he goes. And now he's going to have to get past his teammate, which I don't even think will be an issue. Sainz will try to squeeze him to the wall, but there is nothing he can do when Charles Leclerc has got the soft tyres attached. Yellow flags. What has happened? What has happened is the question. What's about to happen though is surely another pass for Leclerc. Oh! Lando Norris is losing power at the same time that Leclerc is making a move. Now for 2nd place. Oh my word. Lando Norris. Disappointment for him. So many drivers have had disappointment today. Let's add to the list because Norris. Engine goes, smoke out of the back, and another driver who will be left ejected after this race. Gasly watching it unfold happen in front of him and saying thank you very much. What a dramatic contest it's been in Las Vegas. Sainz making the move on Perez, and he's getting through on Sergio Perez. He's moving up to P4 in the race right now. Is the Spanish driver past the Mexican. Here we go. Daniel Ricciardo is about to be passed from Kevin Magnussen. And Magnussen all the way around the outside. Both on the hard compound of tyres. So this is a battle that will rage on, and Ricciardo will not want to give it up. But does he have a choice? Wheel to wheel, we are expecting the move, but we don't know where it's coming. Which corner? Because Ricciardo doesn't want to give it up. Still, they risk it. Hulkenberg watching his teammate finally make the move. Well, it's coming down to the last lap in Las Vegas. Pierre Gasly's making his way through. Gasly gets his foot down for one final time. There could have been so many drivers who could have stood on this top step of the podium. Leclerc's going to get close. Will he be able to make the move? It's so close over the line. But it's Pierre Gasly who takes the victory across the line. He holds off Charles Leclerc, who wanted to be in this position, but in the end had to work for it. Recovery drive up to 2nd though.
Let's go! Let's go! Amazing, man. Amazing. What a race! What a race!
Don't think anyone can disagree with that one. What a contest. Celebrations for the man on the top step. Leclerc will be disappointed to not stand on that top step. Still a great recovery drive to move up to 2nd. And he was meters away from getting that win. But it's Gasly who's had to defend on a last lap once again to take victory. He is the winner in Las Vegas. Leclerc in 2nd, 1.5 tenths, over 50 laps around a 7-kilometer racetrack. Just brilliant. Leclerc gets the bonus point for fastest lap. Tsunoda gets 3rd, the final spot on the podium. Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Joe, Russell, Magnussen and Hulkenberg. scoring double points for Haas. Ricciardo, Sargent, Ocon, Albon, Piastri, Stroll, Alonso, Bottas, and Norris and Verstappen. It's a story of what could have been for those two drivers. What a race. I think we all need to breathe and relax after that one. This is what it's done to the Drivers' Championship. It's Max Verstappen who leads, but only by 6 points. The collision between the man who's closed the gap and now in second Leclerc has made the title fight so close, and Gasly finds himself in third as well. And then it's Sainz, Alonso, Hamilton, Perez, Piastri, Joe and Russell. But this is absolutely wide open and all to be fought for in the final race of the season. If you think the drivers is close, we've got a tie at the top of the constructors. Red Bull and Ferrari tied on points. That will also be interesting to keep our eye on. Then we have Mercedes, Alpine, Kick Sauber, McLaren, Aston Martin, VCARB, Haas and Williams. But there's going to be a lot taking place in Abu Dhabi. First of all, we should be in for an exciting race, but the championship battles, both to the drivers and constructors, there is going to be a lot that will be fought for, and we cannot wait to bring you that race. The championship is closed up. It's wide open as we go into Abu Dhabi. You have to join us then for the final race of the season. We'll see you then.